So you're back with Welcome to the K. I'm Shine with Sun. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Gignac. Thank you for having me.
So what got you into the world of like the business that you're doing right now?
I originally started when my parents, they actually brought home essential oils, and I was like, what are these? They just seemed so cool because they smelled amazing, and I was like, what do they do? So they let me try some, and I was like, and you guys got this from where? And then they told me where they got it from and the price that it was, and I was like, there's no way it has to be that expensive. I was like, can I do something with this? I've always been in like the world of like wanting to do some sort of business. When I was younger, I used to make dog biscuits for people's pets. I used to make bouquet baskets actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and
amazing.
so, but I needed something that would like sustain a good flow of customers, and so I learned that a lot of people actually liked essential oils. So I did my research on it, and I found suppliers, and I was like, well, I can try this out. And the volume and the support I've gotten has been crazy. It's been amazing.
I actually bought the, what was it? The
snooze button. Yes, you did.
I mean, I fucked up my sleep schedule on my, like by myself.
Yeah.
So then like me using that, and then like just now my body just automatically just like crashes at like 1 or 2.
I've had people like buy snooze button, and lavender is not one of my like top go scents, but people who like lavender, they put it on and they're like, I knocked out, and I'm like, I'm glad, because it's exactly what it's supposed to do. It just helps your body relax, and then that puts you into a nice, I guess, trance that you can just easily go to bed with. But
I know, like I don't know, I just like when I was like younger, I just like loved the smell of lavender, and I like fall asleep to that scent. So like just having that now is like,
yeah,
it's so
brings
cute.
back memories.
What else does your store offer?
So right now we just released another collection of roll-ons for summer. So we have a bug off one that's a natural way to repel bugs instead of using citronella or anything like that. We have one that smells like you're in Hawaii, which a lot of people like, because especially with the times that we're going through now, like it's hard to travel, of course. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have something that you can use to make you feel like you're somewhere, even though you're stuck in Cambridge, sadly. And actually, later in July, we have candles coming out. So I thought, okay, the roll-ons were good, people liked them, but I need to expand, and I need to try something different. And everyone I know loves candles. Any time of the year you can use them, inside your house, outside, whatever. So I have 5 new ones coming out July, but I haven't told anyone, so you're the first person to actually tell.
Oh my god, I feel excited. How long have you been running your business for?
I am so new. I actually started early May.
Wow.
Yeah, I had the idea the first week of May, got it running the second week of May, and sales went out like the end of the second week. So that's like the type of person I am. Like if I have my heart set on something, I'm gonna do it, because there's no point in lollygagging around, and like it's straight to the point, and it's been very good so far.
That's amazing. So what are your like goals right now? Like,
it's really a side thing for me as of right now, because I'm still going to school. I'm going into my second year of school, so I want to make sure I can make enough to support that first. So that's why I do have my part-time job, and then I have my business on the side. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I'm going to have a few more things coming out by the end of the year, and hopefully that will sustain me to grow my business and maybe just focus on that more than my part-time job.
so what do you think about the music scene in KW? If you heard any of like the artists or anything?
It's funny, I am a very, I don't know how to say it, like an eccentric person, where I like to go to different events. I like to try different things, and one of my favorite things is to go to music festivals. So there's a music festival in Cambridge where every year the park right beside the RBC Bank, they have all local talent come through and perform, and it's nice. You don't realize how much talent there actually is in your city until it's right in front of you. And so I think I can imagine how hard it is for small bands or small solo artists or whatever to actually make it, because I don't think there's enough support from our local community to actually push them through. And so I really wish I could see more of those events, but especially now, it's hard. And I couldn't imagine that just because like we can't have those public events. But when everything goes back to normal, it'd be nice to, why not, especially maybe like the odd, why have a big band come through, like leave that to Toronto, have everyone from KW and Waterloo and all that come through and perform for everyone, because you're not going to get discovered if you're not being shown.
That is true.
But for what I've seen so far, the people that have been performing stuff, it's been crazy, and you don't realize what's here until you actually see it.
Yeah, because like even I interview this rapper, and sometimes like I get messages from people who support them. They're like, oh my god, or sometimes like, oh my god, you interviewed my favorite artist, and I get that so much from people, and I'm like, it's so sad because like typically you don't, hear a lot. Like, I don't know, just like, I don't know, like more people support people in Toronto. It's like, why don't you support people that are here?
Yeah, exactly. I guess because Toronto to us is it's our New York City, it's our Los Angeles, it's the hub where everyone goes to try to find their dreams, and some people can't do that. Some people can't move to Toronto. Some people can't find ways to get to Toronto, and that's why they stick to this area. But this area, I think, is growing. It's been pretty good, especially with movies that are being shot in and around the area too. Like, I think there's a chance that it's going to be better, but again, for someone who is trying to find their big break or trying to find at least some sort of success, you have to really push for it, which means a lot of people leave here and then end up going to Toronto, which then I think they're based in Toronto, and that's what people understand them to be rather than from KW.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. Like, a lot of people are like, no, I'm from this small town here, but they're like, no, you got to start here. You're from here.
Yeah, so, but I mean, it's been crazy the last year. Even when I was in Toronto, because I go to school there, like, the talent there too, there's so much that is unseen. And anyone in the entertainment industry, you have to have such a drive for it. You have to like really push for it, because if you're just doing it for whatever reason and you don't have a specific reason, you don't have the passion for it, you're never gonna make it. I don't know. It's just you can tell who wants it and who doesn't.
I agree. They just, I don't know.
Nah. Or you can sing, that's great, but if you're not bringing the people in and you're not telling them that story, they're not going to listen.
I agree. That's true. Where can people find your store online if they want to go shop?
Actually, it's just tayroma.com. I made it simple and made it easy. On Instagram, it's Tayromatherapy. Instead of aromatherapy. Yeah, I just wanted to make it simple. I'm actually hoping to brand it more towards home goods and merchandising soon. I have started to grow a fan base on TikTok, which I'm very happy for. It's like, I don't do it because of the people, like I don't mean to say that. I don't do it because of the people following me. I do it because I like to make people happy. I like to make people laugh. And so I've had so much support from it. And I think if I start to brand myself more, especially with the industry I'm going into, it'd be a good idea. But as of right now, we're essential oil and home good based.
So what advice would you give other people that are starting their business or like wanting to start?
For me, there's so many people that don't realize the downfalls of putting yourself out there. Like a lot of people don't know that I am behind Tayroma. Of course, now they do because it's practically my name and I'm the one that's always advertising it and that. But when you start a business, you're putting yourself out there. And if you're not likable or you're not personable with others, your business might be the best thing they've ever bought, but they won't buy it if they don't like you. And so for me, you have to be able to express yourself, you have to be able to connect with people and help them understand who you are, and then they'll be interested in what you're doing. And also, people don't realize there's so much failure that comes with business. There's so much downfalls, but it's because of those that gets you your success. If you're always succeeding and you're always doing good, there's never room for improvement, and which is, you always want to improve what you're doing because you're always changing. The society's always changing. You want to keep up with society, or else you're just going to be back there and people are going to forget who you are. So there might be a month where you get nothing, but that's okay because it means you work harder. You might change your process, you might change your marketing, you might change your advertising, and then people will notice, oh, this person actually wants it. Let's give it to them.
That's amazing. And like, I agree, even like people that you thought didn't like you, sometimes they reach out to you and they're like, oh my god, I like what to see what you're doing, and you're like, I haven't talked to you in like years.
Yeah, exactly. There actually have been a few people that are like, I didn't expect to see you here. And it's like, well, that's because you never stopped in the, like, especially high school students, you never stopped in the hallway to say hey. Like, you never, and then you see me now and now you want to talk to me? It's like,
why?
I know, it's like, you didn't give me that chance, but now you see that I'm doing well for myself and you want to hang out. It's like, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm doing good for myself, and I hope you do good too.
That's like so mean. I agree to you, because like there's people that I went to high school, they're like, it's so amazing, like I heard you on the radio, I've heard you do this and that and that, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cool, like why didn't you? It's like, I probably didn't talk to you when we were in high school, that's probably why. I don't know.
And with high school too, like there's not too many chances that we actually get to do this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, we have business classes, but you're always learning behind the scenes, you're never learning how to do it.
No.
Entertainment, okay, yeah, you can act on the little stage that we have, but it doesn't mean you're going to be in front of that camera. And so we never really had that chance. I think we take high school as a chance for us to figure out what we want to do, so that when we get into the outside world, we're right for it.
That's true.
There's so many people that still don't know what they want to do, and it's because they're so caught up in the moment. They're so caught up in, oh, I have to get this essay done, I have to get that done. It's like, what do you want for yourself?
That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have so much respect for people in the entertainment industry because it's not easy. It is so much competition. There's so many people that are out there to get you. And when people see you succeed, they hate it. But guess what? We're going to.
But even like how you said, like we don't learn about business classes in school. Starting in grade 1, they're gonna do finance and like stuff.
Jeez.
I feel bad for a 6-7-year-old because they're gonna be sitting there like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's such. The school curriculum is so weird because we've done it for, like, we did it for the 15, 16 years that we had to. And when you look back at, like, especially with my younger cousins who are going into high school now, they try to narrow you down to a specific path, and they don't let you explore as much as you should. When you're in elementary school, you gotta take this. When you're in high school, you have to take this. Oh, we'll give you a couple classes to, you can pick that, you can pick that. But it's never, what do you wanna do? And to a certain extent, it's okay because there are some kids who need that push to go, finish this, and then you can do this. But there's so much of us out there that get compressed to this certain English, science, math, that it's like, we don't want to do any of that. You just wasted 10 years of our life trying to teach us what nitrogen does instead of what can we do. I don't know. It's a hard concept because there is so much good that comes out of the school. But for people who are outgoing, people who want to be, who are eccentric, want to be big, want to do lots of things in the world, it kind of narrows us down to this small little group. And that's why everyone judges us, because they think we're weird when really we're just trying to be ourselves.
I agree. Yeah, I was like the weirdo.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still the weirdo, and I'm okay with it. Like
I'd walk down the hallway and people would be like, is he wearing 10-inch stilettos? I'd be like, yeah, I am. Because I'm practicing for my drama class next. Like, it's like, people think it was so weird. It's like, no, I'm just doing what I love.
Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was like that weird. Actually, me and my friend in grade 9 would be like under like the stairwell on like the first floor, just sitting under like the stairs, and we would just be like looking at us like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or just like, I don't know, just in general, I was just like the weird person.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I was like, people who I'm friends with like me for me, really don't give a shit. People who are judging, they're just,
exactly.
I think they're just upset that they could be as expressive as we were.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard for those who can't accept the fact that people are judging them, which is sad, because you might be that weird kid, you might be that shy kid, And if you can't take that, that's what drives people into like depression, anxiety, and it's not fair because you didn't do anything wrong. You were just being yourself. And then you have these people out here who play sports, who do everything, who go to like business organizations and all that, and they're telling you that you're wrong. It's like, what did I ever do that was so wrong for you? I didn't affect you in any way. I didn't look at you in any wrong way. I didn't tell you something that you didn't like. I was just being myself. And you're gonna come out here and you're gonna tell me, oh no, that's wrong, you're stupid, you're dumb, you don't deserve to be here. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so stupid. That's why I don't get people. Like, and that's why for me too, it's like, you have something to say to me, say it to my face. I most likely won't give a shit.
Yeah, I agree too. Like, I don't know, like, I'm like done with high school, but whenever like people are preppy now, I'm just like, like, let's talk about it like adults and then we'll get over it. And then it's like, fine. I don't want to be like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't realize how much bullshit you had to go through until you get out of high school and you're like, oh, this is what people are actually like. They're like straightforward. They're better at communicating. They're better at figuring out things. And then you look back and you're like, I really had to go through all that. Yeah, it's weird, but it's an eye-opener for sure.
I agree. So where can people find you online if they want to follow you or like connect with you or they have like questions?
So actually my brother gave me a nickname when I was younger. Because no one knows ever how to pronounce it, which is funny. It's Tailby. That's what I know as Tailby. Everyone says Table, so you can call me Table if you want. It's Taylbe. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. And if you are looking for me, you can just give me a follow, and I do have my Table account on there as well. It's not hidden. I make sure I put it out there so people are easy to find. And if you have